Welcome back to the next installment in my series From Bite to Burn. Today we're going to focus on GLP-1, GIP, and its effect on the brain. Every time you eat, your body sends out a message, not just to your stomach and not just about your blood sugar, but straight to your brain. Because eating isn't just about energy, it's about information. It tells your brain you're safe, you're fed, and now it's time to focus, learn, repair, and calm down. So as soon as food enters your small intestine, specialized cells in your gut start releasing those two key hormones, GLP-1 and GIP. GLP-1, short for glucagon-like peptide 1, and GIP, glucose-dependent insulinotropic polypeptide. These two are collectively called the incretins. They don't just regulate blood sugar or appetite, they act directly on the brain, sending precise information to control hunger, mood, learning, memory, and even addictive behavior. So this is what happens through GLP and GIP. They talk to your brain in real time. But why would evolution design such a complex system, going from your gut to your brain? Why would these gut hormones affect learning, memory, and even addiction? Well, because eating is a high-stakes survival event. For millions of years, getting food wasn't easy. And once you found food, your body had to shift gears fast. You had to stop searching and start digesting, store what you need, and remember how you got it. GLP-1 and GIP make that shift happen. They tell your hypothalamus you're full. They calm down the stress response. They activate the hippocampus to help you remember where food came from. They modulate the reward system so you don't keep chasing food you no longer need. They also help lower inflammation, improve mitochondrial efficiency, and promote synaptic plasticity, or ability to adapt and grow. So your brain can literally learn better after you eat. Think of it like this. A good meal doesn't just fill you up, it resets your whole system. It tells your body to stop chasing and start growing. In the hippocampus, GLP-1 helps create new neurons and strengthens connections between the brain cells. In the prefrontal cortex, it sharpens focus, improves working memory, and stabilizes attention. In the nucleus accumbens and the ventral tegmental area, the brain's reward centers, GLP-1 dampens the dopamine spike that drives cravings and compulsive behavior. These are the same things that light up when we experience pleasure, form habits, or reinforce addictive behavior. That's crucial because without those breaks, we just keep eating or drinking or using anything that lights up that reward pathway. GLP-1 evolved to say, enough. Now let's rest and repair. And what about GIP? Well, it works alongside insulin in the brain. It balances how neurons respond to fuel. And when paired with GLP-1, it improves appetite regulation and makes post-meal metabolism more efficient. This whole system helps balance risk and reward. It tells your brain to slow down and learn from the experience and store it as a safe memory. When these signals are strong, you feel calm after eating, you stop craving, you remember clearly, you regulate your emotions, you sleep better, and you make better decisions. But when the system is broken, like in obesity, insulin resistance, or chronic stress, these post-meal messages get muffled. That's why GLP-1 and GIP medications are so promising, not just for metabolic health. They restore that elegant conversation between the gut and the brain. They turn the volume back on fullness, satiety, memory, and mood control. They've been shown to reduce addictive behavior, support memory in cognitive decline, and improve emotional regulation. Because food isn't just fuel, it's a signal. And when the brain hears that signal clearly, it knows exactly what to do. Calm down, remember this moment, let go of craving, and move forward with clarity. In clinical studies, GLP-1 receptor agonists like liraglutide and semaglutide have been shown to reduce not just appetite, but also alcohol use, cigarette smoking, and even opioid relapse rates. These effects are not just from weight loss, They're from direct action in the brain's reward and habit-forming circuits. GIP, although less studied, appears to have a synergistic effect when combined with GLP-1. It modulates insulin sensitivity in the brain and may help fine-tune that metabolic feedback into learning, motivation, and habit circuits. In dual-action medications like tirzepatide, GIP activation appears to improve satiety, or that sense of fullness, while preserving cognitive clarity. This is the post-meal signaling system. And GLP and GIP together doesn't just stop you from overeating. It helps reprogram how your brain responds to reward and how it stores information after a meal. That has massive implications, and this is why GLP-1 and GIP medications are gaining attention far beyond just weight loss. They're being studied for Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, alcohol and nicotine dependence, binge eating disorder, and cognitive impairment related to insulin resistance. They don't just help you eat less, they help your brain listen to food again. They restore the original purpose of that post-meal state, to stabilize, to reinforce, to learn, and to feel whole again. Because when your gut and brain are in conversation, you don't just feel better, you function better. And that's the difference between temporary change and lasting change. The potential is astounding. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this post, hit like. If you want to see more of this, hit subscribe, maybe tell a friend, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.